Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
You must shut this down. Take your time and start over.
Success for some parents after Fargo's school board unanimously votes to slow down plans to create a Setting D only facility.
It was a planned collaboration between Fargo and West Fargo's public school systems to remodel the Agassiz building into a learning facility solely for young students with aggressive behaviors. But school officials were forced to change course after West Fargo backed out for the plan set for the fall of 2018.
Despite the win, parents tell Valley News Team's education reporter Veronica Marshall the fight isn't over yet.
Parents spoke.
Please hear us. We need your help to ensure our children's safety and well-being. Please rescind your yes vote and uphold your commitment to take the time and find a better solution for our district and families.
And the board listened.
We have just tried to come to work and do the best that we can with what we have to provide all children an experience in our schools that's fair, appropriate, and that has always been our intent. And so having thought of all of those things, I went to Rebecca Knutson, our president, and I said, stop this process.
With a quick vote, plans to send some of Fargo's youngest children with behavioral problems to Agassiz this fall were abandoned. All 9 school board members voted in favor of doing more research over the summer to help these students.
We're very thankful for the board and for listening to us and hearing us out, and you know, we kind of get that feeling that we do have a say, and that's empowering.
The parents say the win is partially due to the strength of their voices and their numbers.
We are knowledgeable. We do our research. We fight for what we need. We know our rights for our children and for ourselves because we are forced to. And we do not back down when we feel those rights are being infringed upon.
200. That's the growing number of parents who are advocating for their children and for all children with disabilities who require special education services. 200 parents who will continue to fight for their children's rights.
Despite their success, some parents and advocates say there's more to do.
Do not put it aside and study it behind closed doors at a retreat. Invite parents and advocates and others to study this with you in an advisory group.
In Fargo, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
The school board will discuss the best way to help these students over their summer retreat. During that time, the board will also create a task force with key partners from both districts, including parents.
Heat and humidity will be invading the valley this week, and that might stir up some storms. Not yet, though. Clear sailing tonight, Hutch?
Clear sailing for 90% of our viewing area. There were a few thunderstorms out in the central Dakotas that meandered into parts of western and central Stutsman County. Then one became severe with some hail. Numerous reports of 1-inch diameter hail out west. For our area, a little bit of thunder and lightning still to the west of Stutsman County, west of Woodworth out there. Most of this activity is expected to stay out there. The rest of us very quiet with mild temperatures in the 60s and low 70s heading into the overnight hours. Thunder will become more problematic as we go through the upcoming period of time. The storms out west should dissipate. But as we go through the wee hours of the morning, Mike, a few thunder showers may push up from the south. So we may have some spotty sprinkles to start our day. 60s as you're heading out the door first thing on your way to work. I'll let you know about our thunderstorm chances and just how hot and humid we get here in your hour-by-hour forecast in a few moments.
Summertime in the spring.
It is.
All right, thanks.
Authorities have identified an 18-year-old killed after being ejected from a vehicle during a rollover crash near Sisseton, South Dakota. Authorities say the driver, 18-year-old Sean Renville of New Effington, South Dakota, failed to negotiate a curve at an intersection. A female passenger suffered serious injuries and is recovering at a Fargo hospital. The 2 other male passengers have minor injuries. Officials say no one in the vehicle was wearing a seatbelt.
A North Dakota native has died while on vacation in Iceland. The family of Janet Viet says that she and her husband, Brian Schumacher, died Sunday during a fishing trip. The U.S. Embassy in Iceland reported that Viet fell into the water and Brian attempted to rescue her. Both were pulled from the water but could not be resuscitated. The couple lived in La Crescent, Minnesota, but Viet's Facebook page lists her hometown as Moreton, North Dakota.
Fire officials are asking you to contact them if you plan on doing a controlled burn. Jamestown Rural Fire Department was called out to investigate a field east of town after someone noticed black smoke in that area. It turned out to be a controlled burn. Authorities say call them and let them know when and where you're burning so there's no need to page out the department. Also, there is an ordinance in place year-round that restricts burning when the fire danger rating in your county is in the very high or extreme categories, or if a red flag warning has been issued by the National Weather Service.
A 19-year-old is in jail tonight after authorities swarmed a home in South Fargo this morning. It started around 7 in the morning in the 1000 block of 4th Avenue South when Fargo police served a search warrant on an ongoing narcotics investigation. Police say the SWAT team was brought in to secure the home because Muhammad Abdul Shahid had a history of violence and weapons. 3 firearms, around 10 pounds of pot, drug paraphernalia, possible heroin and meth, and about $6,000 in cash were found. Neighbors say that the people that live in that home have a history of causing trouble on the block, adding that there's always different people coming in and out of the home all hours of the day. Shahid was arrested on multiple charges, including possession of marijuana with intent to deliver. More charges could be filed in this case.
Many parents often worry about their kids being bullied, but at what age does it stop? As part of our Battle Against Bullying initiative, we visited one West Fargo middle school that's working to combat bullying for an older generation. It's part of Liberty Middle School's project to research and troubleshoot problems for various companies. One issue they looked at was bullying in the senior citizen community. 7th grade science teacher Michael Stetcher had worked at the retirement community, Touchmark, prior to teaching.
When bullying occurred, I don't think it was malicious. It was more just misunderstanding the situation, thinking that Alzheimer's is catchable, and maybe just having some empathy of what they're going through.
Residents at Touchmark tell us they personally do not experience bullying at their age, but students say they noticed cliques and worked on ways to make all residents feel included and loved.
In the weeks since the Kilauea volcano began belching lava into Hawaii's residential area, the fiery flow has destroyed dozens of structures and covered scores of acres on the Big Island. It's been a few weeks since the Kilauea volcano began erupting lava, destructing residential areas. But as the damage grows, we checked in with the ones from North Dakota who are likely to visit the island. Bill Zielinski heads Make-A-Wish North Dakota, which grants wishes to critically ill children. She says that she hasn't seen a year go by where a child didn't request a trip to Hawaii, and one young North Dakota boy will head there at the end of the month.
We have an 11-year-old boy in Bismarck who wants to go into the beach, see a volcano, and swim in the ocean, and that's his reason to go to a luau in Hawaii.
Zielinski says that he'll be on the other side of the island from where all the damage is, and Make-A-Wish is taking extra precautions to ensure safety of everyone involved.
A little later on Valley News Live at 10, an honor flight for military veterans, touring memorials in the nation's capital that are dedicated in their honor.
Plus, in our restaurant report card for one local bar and grill, all the data points to consistency being the key to a clean kitchen.